Shocking ring video showing the moments where a cyclist is run down by a white sedan. The video shows the victim and the bicycle flying through the air. Moments later, investigators say the suspect turned their car around and attacked the cyclist. Details on that assault are still unclear. We spoke to a neighbor who didn't want to go on camera. She says her family heard what sounded like a gunshot before the attack. When they ran outside, they heard the suspect making racial slurs about white privilege.
Boom! Got some of that racism you lefties are always looking for. Here you got another one of them situations where a white supremacist runs down a black dude on a bike. And then gets out and stabs him to death while screaming racial epithets. Oh wait, no. Other direction, so you'll never hear about it. Other direction. Here you got a black dude, runs over a dude on the bike, gets out, actually doesn't get out, hits a dude on a bike, then comes back later, circles back at the roundabout, jumps out, starts stabbing the dude to death while screaming, white privilege, this is because of your white privilege. How dare you own a bike? And because lefties don't actually care about racism, you'll never hear about this. You'll never ever hear about this. If it was the other way, which never happens, by the way, because they never have video of any of this, but if it did, it'd be all over the place. They'd probably burn down this area, and they'd scream, oh my god, BLM this and BLM that. But anyway, here you go. Infowars.com, shock video. Cyclist mowed down, then stabbed to death by suspect yelling anti-white racial slurs. This is what the machine wants. They keep feeding this. They keep telling black people that you guys are victims. You're perpetual victims. And therefore, it's totally fine for you to run over white people. And then stab them to death. Right? A man out for a bike ride was struck by a speeding driver who circled back and then stabbed the victim to death while yelling about white privilege in California this week, according to reports. He's like, it's on a Wednesday. You're riding your bike on a Wednesday. That's definitely because of slaveries. You're only allowed to ride your bike in the middle of the week because of racism and systemic racism. And because white supremacist black cops are constantly hunting down black people. And then he stabs the dude to death. No one's asking why he ain't at work. Why aren't you at work, bro? Got a weird feeling he wasn't speeding to work. Got a weird feeling he wasn't speeding to, I don't know, some sort of engineering program. No, of course not. Look at this dude. Over here. Why do I got a weird feeling this is his first mugshot? So, they didn't even want to put the dude... Holy balls, by the way, in California, they did not want to show the dude's mugshot. I'm surprised that InfoWars even has it over here. In all of the articles that I've seen from the New York Times and Washington Post, if they're even covering it, the local California areas, they keep showing the victim. And they make it sound like the dude is like... Racial epithets were screamed as this driver ran down a poor man on a bike. And then it's got a picture of the white dude and trying to make it sound like it was a racist attack by a white supremacist, because of course that's what's happening over here. The machine is the establishment is trying to get a race war going. And this dude's buying into it. Alright? He hit a dude on a bike, and he's like, oh man, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna tell everybody that he called me an N-bomb. He was saying means as racism things to me. So I hit him. And then I had to go back and stab him with my protection. They always say this. You're seeing this a lot lately. A whole bunch of these dudes who they'll go randomly punch a white person, and when they punch a 80-year-old dude and he falls over and he dies, these rampant criminals always go, well, he said racism to me. He said racism to me, so it's totally fine if I punch him to death. It's totally fine that I sucker punched that old white dude over there. He said racism to me. No, he didn't. He said good morning. That's definitely racism. Only a white person would have a good morning. How dare you? It is a macro pains to me when you say good morning. When a white person says good morning to me. No. That's not how any of this works. But because the establishment, the machine, and the left-wing ideological talking points are all trying to induce black people into attacking white people because of slavery, then, some idiots are going to buy it. So this was an ER doctor, by the way. ER doctor. This guy killed an ER doctor. Man. So bystanders end up, and they subdue this dude, and they're going to go to prison. I got a weird feeling that all of the people who dared to detain this lunatic over here, you're going to get hit with a hate crime charge. All right? You can't detain a black man during Black History Month, even though he hit a bicyclist and stabbed him to death. Oh, come on. What are you doing? So here's the suspect, identified as 39. That's a rough 39, brother. 39-year-old Van Roy Evan Smith reportedly returned to the scene, exited the vehicle, and then began stabbing Mamoni as he lay seriously injured in the road. Absolutely insane. And so, ABC spoke to a neighbor who declined to be interviewed on camera. She said her family heard what sounded like a gunshot before the attack, and then they ran outside, and she said that they heard the suspect uttering racial slurs about who white privileges. Authorities do not believe that these guys were any other prior connection between each two. So, there you go. A doctor, ER surgeon being murdered to death by some dipshit, and the left wing is going to go out there and side with the dipshit because, of course, they are. And it's what you're seeing lately. They're siding with the fentanyl slingers. They're siding with the double amputee who stabbed a dude the other day. Oh, how dare the police shoot a double amputee? Well, yeah, but he stabbed somebody the other day. Why, Ray. And now they will be upset that this dude's been arrested, right? Because the left-wing nut jobs over there want it to be legal to run over white people. Because that's just the way it works lately, guys. But there you have it. Thanks so much for watching the video. Support the channel if you want to be kept up to date with actual racism. There is actual racism. I found one for you. Got receipts and everything. No? Lefties, you don't care? Oh, that's weird. All right, guys. Take care. Make way. Because the salt, it must flow.